Hi Diana, how are you?
Good. How are you? Merhaba.
I am fine. Thank you very much for attendance and for being us. And I hope we can get wonderful information from you.
Yes, definitely. I think
Oh,
that's the aim.
okay, Diana, could you tell us a little bit about Into? Who is Into? When it's established? What purpose? What was the purpose of building establishing the Into?
Of course, so Into was established back in 2005, so it's our 15-year anniversary this year. It was established by a man called Andrew Colin, and he actually previously established another similar company, which you might have heard of, Study Group.
Yep.
So he left Study Group and then he created a brand new concept and idea for international students. So at the heart of Into are really students just like you, so international students. We do everything with international students in mind, and we only look really for international students. So we do know that, it is a dream and an ambition for many Turkish and international students in general to study abroad in the UK and in the US and other countries. So we have really set out to help as many international students be as successful as possible with their international studies. And we have done this by creating many different programs. So our programs range from A-levels, English language programs, foundation, international E1, and then pre-masters graduate diploma programs. There are many different programs. And when I say that, international students are at the heart and soul of the company, that's very true. And we have helped hundreds and thousands of international students within the last 15 years. So how does it work with Into? You will probably ask me, and
We will come that. Yeah, we will come that point. Okay, as far I know very well Into since I've been working with Into since establishing. Could you tell us how many universities do you work in UK? I know you do work with the USA as well, but I'm planning to do another program with you guys for the USA. Especially for USA who wants to study in America. But could you tell us about UK? How many universities? Because I know you have top-notch universities in UK.
Yeah, so let me name them for you now. So we started off with the University of East Anglia in Norwich in England. That was our first partner back in 2005. We then have signed a partnership with the University of Exeter, again in England, with Newcastle University. So that's in the north of England. They have a main campus in Newcastle. They have another campus in London. The London campus focuses just on business-related degrees and master's programs. Then we also work with the University of Manchester. I'm sure many of the students have heard of the University of Manchester. Manchester Metropolitan University, another good university based in Manchester. City University of London with its prestigious CAS Business School, Glasgow Caledonia University in Scotland, as well as Stirling University in Scotland. So there are some options there for students too. Queen's University Belfast in Northern Ireland, which is also Russell Group University. And we also have our standalone study centre in London, which is not linked with any university. And students from there can progress to many different universities, so they're not kind of restricted in a way.
Excellent. So as far as I count, you work with 4 Russell Group universities.
Yes.
Students who wants to study with that Russell Group universities, you are the best destination for them. Meantime, I want to say something in Turkish because of the followers. Arkadaşlar, Intu'ya Foundation, International Year One veya Pre-Sessional bağlı olunduğu üniversitelere gitmek isteyenler varsa, bunlarla ilgili kafalarında sorular varsa sorabilirsiniz. Size yayınımız esnasında bu sorularını da Diana'ya soracağız. Çok very quickly, if you tell us how many students in the classroom, could you tell us our size?
So we pride ourselves on small class sizes because we want you to get as much for your money as possible, really. So in comparison, just to give you an idea, when I started my degree studies, so I didn't do an international program, although I was an international student too, but I've lived in the UK for a couple of years before starting my degree. There were 200 students in a lecture room and another about 30 in a seminar.
Yeah.
Because we are, we want to provide you with very high and the best possible education. We pride ourselves on small class sizes. So in your class, you'd only have between 15 to 18 students, which means that you have enough time to speak to your teachers. They have time for you. If you don't understand something, they're there to help you. You have an academic advisor as well that can help you at any point too. So we really pride ourselves on being able to help you as much as possible. So it's completely different to going straight in for a degree and joining the whole cohort of international and non-international students.
Yeah, it is, as I said at the beginning, like soft landing program, A student who has been studying at their own country, when they move first time to the UK, so they have better support and better research facilities, but more supporting, so they can have they can be ready for the university degrees. Okay, thank you very much for all that information. I know you have a lot of programs, but I want to start Newton program, because Newton program is a very unique program. Could you tell us what is Newton program?
Yes, so the Newton is very unique, as you said, because it's an A-level program. I'm sure you guys have heard of A-levels.
Yeah.
And it is taken at the Into Study Centre at the University of East Anglia in Norwich. So you're actually studying and completing your high school on campus of a really great university. The University of East Anglia is a highly ranked university within top 20, actually top 15 at the moment, out of over 120 universities. And you will already start and get the feel of what it's like living on campus of a big university. So you will have access to all of the facilities, and you can choose between different types of A-levels, so different subjects that you want to take. So you can choose between the A-levels in science and medicine. With that, you'll be able to progress on to a medical degree. Being able to enter medicine in the UK is very, very competitive.
Very much, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very hard process. I'm sure you know.
Yeah,
many students that wanted to study medicine in the UK. So the best way of entering a medical degree in the UK is to take A-levels. Otherwise, it's really, really challenging for any international student to enter, let's say, with the Turkish visa. It's kind of almost impossible. Apart from that, students can also focus on A-levels in engineering and mathematics if they want to progress to different types of degrees. And we also offer A-levels in economics, business, and actuarial sciences.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the fees and entry requirements and the progression? Especially, I'm asking about the medicine. Just I want to open one bracket for Turkish language.
Okay.
Arkadaşlar, Russell Group, bu programımızda devamlı Russell Group diyoruz. Nedir Russell Group? Çok kısa bir açıklama yapayım. Russell Group Üniversite, İngiltere'nin en iyi 24 tane research üniversitesi demek. Bunlar kendi aralarında bir grup oluşturmuşlar. En iyi research yapan üniversiteler diye. Bunun içinde Oxford var, Cambridge var, Manchester var, Exeter var. En iyi research üniversiteleri. Bunları bir nevi kıyaslamak isterseniz Amerikan Ivy League diyebilirsiniz. Çok da benzemez ama aklınızda kalsın diye. Dolayısıyla Russell Group böyle bir şey. Bir noktaya daha dikkatinizi çekmek istiyorum. Newton programı A-level programdır. Yani bizdeki lise 3, 4. sınıfa tekamül eder. Dolayısıyla A-level programı bitirdiğinizde İngiltere'deki üniversiteleri direkt 1. sınıfa progress edersiniz. Foundation okumanıza gerek kalmaz. Çünkü A-level İngiliz eğitim sistemini alıyorsunuz. I was telling them that if they complete the A-level, they will progress to directly year 1. So, progression for medicine, especially medicine.
So we kind of specialize in helping students to progress onto medical degrees. And that's what this A-level program is best known for. So this past year, 72% of students have actually achieved grades A star to A in their A levels, which is a really, really great achievement.
It is.
97% have got a successful, pass in A levels, and they achieved A star to C grades. So most of our students achieved grades between A to C. Progression to medicine, we actually help students with the whole application process. So, they will get called in for interviews for a medical degree. So we will help and prepare them for that. We will help them with the additional tests that they need to take and preparation for that, the UK CAT test. They also are able to attend lectures and master classes from university academics and learn more and decide whether they want to go for the full MBBS degree program or whether they want to go into genetics or neuroscience. They can attend regional competitions that are related to, biology, chemistry, physics, and so on. And yeah, we do a lot of extra things to help them, and we really specialize in that. And we've had students progressing to, I think I heard you mentioning, Cambridge, Oxford, UCL, LSE, Imperial College, London, and loads of different
medicine,
really good medical.
So very much specialized on medicine then, that program. I know, excellent. Arkadaşlar, şunu size söyleyebilirim. Into dediğim gibi ilk kuruluşu University of East Anglia'da oldu. University of East Anglia, İngiltere'nin gerçekten ilk 15'inde, her zaman için ilk 15'inde yer alan, Türkiye'de belki ismi çok ön plana çıkmasa bile İngiltere'de çok iyi bilinen, dünyada çok iyi bilinen bir üniversitedir. Muhteşem bir kampüsü vardır. Aynı zamanda da tıp fakültesi vardır. Dolayısıyla Into'nun diğer bir avantajı, siz burada 2 yıl A-Level, Medicine üstüne A-Level okurken gidip orada observation yapma, belki staj yapma şanslarınız da olabilir. Direkt üniversitelerin nasıl interview yaptığını öğrenme şansınız da oluyor. Dolayısıyla çok değerli bir program. Okay, thank you very much for Newton. Let's talk about foundation, which is always a trick in Turkey. Most of people thinking foundation is like a money trap program or these things, but I believe foundation is very important for Turkish students. Could you tell us about foundation?
Yeah, it is a really, really good program. And just before I talk about Into, I'll give you, I know a lot of people think, it's, like you said, money trap, what's the point? Actually, myself, I'm researching for a master's program, and I live in Brighton, so I was looking at the two universities in Brighton. And one of the universities, I was listening to a webinar pre-recorded, and the professor that is in charge of the whole department, he told us about his experience and how he studying in the UK. And he said he started off with a foundation program, then he moved on to a degree. Then he did a master's, then he did a PhD, then he was a director of a company, and then now he's teaching at the university. So now it's really not a money trap, because you might think that, studying in the UK is just like studying in Turkey. But there's a whole range of different things that come into play. One, studying in the UK, there's a lot of self-study. So you'll be expected to do a lot of studying by yourself. Two, like I said, from my own experience at university, there are many, many students, and the teachers don't have time for you or to explain how to use English in the right way, how to write your essay, how to do your research, and, how to kind of cope with the whole change of culture, climate, and, being away from your family, being in a new country. That all comes into play. So foundation program is an amazing program for international students, because you will learn everything. So one, you will learn modules about whatever degree you want to progress onto. So you will have academic modules. Two, you will learn academic English and how to use academic English in the right way. Right. For example, if you want to study engineering in the UK, do you know the specific engineering words in English? When I started my degree in psychology, I didn't know many words. So I was reading an article and I had to read it 10 times to kind of understand what they were talking about. So during a foundation course, we will help you with that. We will help you how to reference, how to research. So it's a strong base for your future studies and your year one entry.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think one more thing, one of the best things about the foundation program is that it's not limited. So you learn a little bit about each of the modules. So for example, you want to study, let's say like me, psychology at university. During the foundation course, you will learn about psychology, sociology, humanities in general, and then you might have a law module, and then you have English. And then at the end, you can change your mind. So once you've studied psychology, you might think, actually, you know what, I really don't like psychology. Oh my God, thank God I didn't start my degree. And I want to study law. That foundation program gives you the opportunity to explore these different modules and then make up your mind. Because when you start your degree, let's say in psychology, and you realize you hate it, there's no way, well, there is a way, you'd have to withdraw and then start a brand new degree.
Okay.
Not as much flexibility.
Okay, very good. Just quick in Turkish, I want to explain. Arkadaşlar, biraz belki programımız uzayacak ama foundation önemini anlatmak için söyleyeyim veya anlamanız için birazcık bilgi vereyim. Foundation programları da şöyle bir şey vardı. Ne alanında okumak istiyorsanız onun eğitimini alırsınız. Yani mühendislik istiyorsanız mühendislik eğitimi alırsınız. Yani alacağınız dersler bellidir. Matematik, fizik, kimya alırsınız. Ve bu aldığınız eğitimler %70 oranında akademik alanda alırsınız. %30 oranında da akademik writing veya İngilizce eğitimi ve research projeler üstüne alırsınız. Bizim öğrencilerimiz Türkiye'de çok fazla research yapmadıkları için, assignment yazmadıkları için İngiltere'deki üniversitelere gittiklerinde en büyük eksikliği burada yaşarlar. Çünkü profesör gelir, anlatır, şu konuda proje hazırlayın der, grupları oluşturur ve gider. Ondan sonra siz yalnız başınasınız. Bunu çözümleyebilmenin en doğru yolu foundation okumak. Çünkü foundation'da bolca proje yaptırırlar size, bolca assignment yazdırırlar. Dolayısıyla üniversiteye başlayınca siz nasıl bir eğitim alındığını görmüş olursunuz ve hazırlıklı gitmiş olursunuz. Onun için ben foundation'a çok önem veriyorum. What about the price and the entry requirement quickly and the progression rate? Because this is another question. Can we move a little bit faster because we are running time?
Yeah, no problem. So the price, it depends on each of the partner universities, but typically they start from about £15,000 for the foundation year. They can go up all the way up to about £20,000. It really varies. Their duration, they typically last for 9 months. So you would start in September and finish in June. You can also start in January, finish at the end of August, beginning of September. There are also shorter foundations starting in fall and finishing at the end of August, beginning of September. Entry requirements for Turkish students, typically we ask for at least 50% in the Lisa diplomacy. And then it depends, you want to study, something to do, let's say, with engineering, we'd ask maths and a certain percentage, about 50 or 55% in maths. Apart from that, we also look for UKVI IELTS. It's very important, it has to be UKVI for visa purposes. Yeah. And we typically ask for anything between 5.5 times. We can accept a 4.5, so it depends. We are happy to accept a low level of English too.
Okay, what about the progression? It is...
Yeah, progression, we pride ourselves on our progression, so that's very important for us. That's said, you will always get extra help and assistance if you need that. So across all of our partners, we do have a high progression rate, and it ranges from, anything from 80% all the way up to the 90%. So to be honest, if you are open to working hard and, you want to study, then you will definitely be successful.
I believe so. Arkadaşlar, let me back to Turkish again. Arkadaşlar şunu söyleyeyim. Yıllardır Foundation'a öğrenci gönderiyorum. International Year One'a öğrenci gönderiyorum. 18. yılımıza girdik. Ben şunu gördüm. Ben de kendimi İngiltere'de okudum. Aslında ben size hiç bahsetmedim. Ben kim? Belki profilime girip bakmışsınızdır. Aslında ben gemi kaptanıydım. Yıllarca denizlerde çalıştım. 23 yılın üstünde 25 yıla yakın denizde çalıştım. Son 12 yıl kaptanlık yaptım. Ve daha sonrasında da İngiltere'ye gittim. İngiltere'de yüksek lisans yaptım. Önce dil eğitimi, sonra yüksek lisans yaptım. Ben şunu gördüm. Einstein olmanız gerekmiyor. Çok büyük ileri zeka olmanız gerekmiyor. Derslerinize katılmanız gerekiyor. Derslerinize katıldığınızda %100 katılırsanız, verilen ödevleri yaparsanız inanın bütün programları geçme şansınız çok yüksek. Diana'nın dediği gibi %80 kendi üniversitesine. Yani başladınız Exeter'de Foundation'a başladıysanız Exeter, Newcastle, Manchester'a geçiş yapıyor. %90 dediği rakamsa yani artı %10 ise diğer üniversitelere yine de devam ediyorsunuz ama aynı üniversiteye diyelim ki adam %65 entry requirement istemiş, siz %50 tutturdunuz. O zaman aynı üniversiteye gidemiyorsunuz, farklı üniversiteye gidiyorsunuz. Okay, Diana, thank you very much for foundation. Let's talk about International Year One, which is one of my favorite programs. And I have a lot of questions about that.
Okay, no problem. So the International Year One is really, exactly what it says, International Year One of your degree, but it's solely focused on international students. So again, you'd be in smaller class sizes and you'd only be with international students. That gives you an advantage of, again, having more interaction with your teachers, having more one-to-one time, and really getting a lot more from the first year of your degree study. It's a very crucial year, of your international studies. So during the International One course, again, it would really mirror the first year of a degree. It's just that you'd be within the international student environment. So you'd have, again, academic modules, you'd have academic English. So again, you'd be really focusing on English. We would really expect International Year One students to have a higher level of English. So we would be looking typically for 6.0 in IELTS, with at least 5.5 in writing. And when it comes to academic side of things, we'd be looking at least between 60 to 70% in the LISA diplomacy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. What about the fees and the progression rate to university year two?
Yeah. So the fees, again, they do vary between each of our partner universities. It'll be very similar, anything between about 15.5 all the way up to £20,500.
Okay.
Again, most of them start in September because we want to mirror that experience of the first year of your degree. Some of them do start in January if you're running late, if you haven't taken your IELTS, then you can start in January, but not all of them do. Again, you would need UKVI IELTS for visa purposes. What else? Am I missing something, Ali?
No. Okay. Let me back into Turkish then. Let me clear for them. Sevgili arkadaşlar, International Year One üzerine adından da anlaşılacağı üzere üniversitenin 1. yılı. Yani eğer öğrenci akademik olarak mükemmel değilse ve üniversite direkt 1. sınıfa kabul etmiyorsa International Year One'dan offer alma şansınız var demektir. Siz International Year One'ı aldığınız zaman, okuduğunuz zaman üniversitede 1. sınıfta okunan derslerle aynısını alıyorsunuz. Hiç ders farklı yok. Ama ne yapıyorsunuz? Ekstra olarak siz ekstra assignment nasıl yazılır, proje nasıl hazırlanır ve ekstra support alıyorsunuz. Ve üniversite 1. yılda siz kalkıp 200 kişilik veya 150 kişilik sınıflarda değil de yine 15 kişilik sınıflarda üniversite 1. sınıfın dersini alıyorsunuz. Dolayısıyla bu üniversiteye geçişler için mükemmel bir program. Tabii bunun tek dezavantajı şu, her alanda International Year One yok. Mesela Exeter bunun çok güzel bir örneği. Exeter'de psikoloji alanında International Year One var. Engineering and Management alanında var ki çok popüler bir program. Orada var. Bu sene University of East Anglia'da Biomedical Science üzerine açıldı. Psikoloji üzerine açıldı. Dolayısıyla bu program çok güzel. Yani eğer işletme, engineering veya psikoloji veya biomedical science tarzında bir şey okumak istiyorsanız İngiltere'de ve istediğiniz üniversiteleri direkt 1. sınıfa giriş yapamadıysanız bu programa kabul olup bu programa geçip ikinci sınıftan devam edersiniz. Yani birinci sınıfı tekrar etmiyorsunuz. Foundation ile International Year One arasındaki en büyük fark budur. Foundation daha düşük not ortalamasıyla alır, bir yıl sizi hazırlar, üniversite 1'e atar. International Year One ise sizi birinci sınıf olarak görür, alır, hazırlar, ikinci sınıfa atar. Dolayısıyla International Year One okursanız toplam 3 sene okursunuz. Foundation okursanız 4 yıl okursunuz. Eren Bey bir soru sormuş. Foundation'dan major değiştirmek istersek 1 yıl Foundation okulumuza gerek var mı? Yoksa 1 yıl Foundation çoğu majorlar için yeterli mi? Hayır. Hangi alanda okuduğunuz önemli. Eğer mühendislik okuyorsanız mühendislik içinde değişimler yapabilirsiniz. Social science okuyorsanız social science'lar içinde değişim yapabilirsiniz. Social science okuyup da mühendisliğe geçemezsiniz. Belki mühendislik okuyup social science'lara geçme şansınız olabilir. Onu da okulla görüşmek lazım. Burada olur diyemem. What about the pre-master? Let's talk a little bit about pre-master.
So the pre-masters, it's a really good program for someone who hasn't done the degree in an English-speaking country or in the UK, per se. And it's aimed for those students specifically who want to start their postgraduate studies in the UK. So it's good for someone, like I said, who has not had any sort of experience with UK undergraduate education. Because when you start a master's in the UK, it's very much you're left to your own devices and you're expected to know exactly what you're doing. Only 1 year as well, so it's pretty intensive. And like I said, you're expected to know exactly what you're meant to be doing, how to do your own research, how to write essays, do surveys. Yeah. So during the pre-master's program, we would teach you very valuable skills. They'll help you be successful in your master's studies. So again, it would be a mixture of academic modules related to your chosen master's program, and academic is very, very important to be successful in UK master's studies.
Okay. Arkadaşlar bizimle kalın. Daha accommodation ve bursları konuşacağız. En önemlisi burslar. Into'dan bakalım ne kadar burs kapacağız bu öğrencilerimiz için. Okay, accommodation. I know you have facilities in every centers. Could you tell us about your accommodation service?
Yes, so at most of our partner universities, we have our own separate buildings. In general, the inter buildings have your classes, but we also have our separate and into accommodation buildings too. So we like to ensure that all of our students are, in top quality accommodation facilities, and they're all together too. Typically, they're on campus of each of the partner university, and it's very easy. There are a few different accommodation options at each of the universities. They range between a separate room with your own bathroom and kitchen and everything. You can have a shared room with 2 separate bedrooms, and then you share a kitchen and a bathroom with another student. You can have a separate room and then share a kitchen with a number of different students. A lot of students actually really like that because it means then they can cook together, they can get to know each other, and they can get to know each other's cultures and things like that. So it's very easy. If you were to come to Mr. Ali and start the application process, you would be able to add on your chosen accommodation option through us, and it will be with your offer letter. And it's very easy to secure accommodation through us.
Excellent. Very good. Here we come. Scholarship.
Yes.
The main question, I think, for everybody.
Yes, exactly. So we do offer scholarships. Throughout the year, we actually offer specific discounts to students. So currently, it's a sneak peek for you guys. We have a new discount starting tomorrow.
Wow. Are you going to tell us?
Yes, I'm going to tell you, yes.
Okay.
So we're looking to confirm the place. Let's say if you already have an offer letter, you will have until the 25th of April to go ahead, sign your acceptance forms and pay your deposit. And we will give you automatically a £1,500 discount.
Mm-hmm.
Be looking at your grades or anything, it would be an automatic discount.
Okay.
Apart from that, if you haven't applied, you could still get this discount, but we encourage you to apply as soon as possible. And you have around 3 weeks from when you've received your offer to get that discount. But apart from this, we do also offer actual scholarships for high achieving students. We are able to do that, and Mr. Ali and I, we closely work together. So if you were to come to his office and get an offer letter, I would then be contacted, and I will look at the students' transcripts and check whether you will be able to offer you a scholarship. Those vary between £2 all the way up to £5,000. So we are able to help you with that too.
Excellent. Evet arkadaşlar, doğru insanlarla, doğru firmalarla çalışmanın önemini burada bir kere daha görmüş oluyorsunuz. Eğer bizlerle çalışırsanız, üniversite temsilcisi olduğumuz için ve bunlarla direkt irtibatta olduğumuz için hem müracaatlarınız daha sağlıklı oluyor, daha kaliteli oluyor, hem de burs imkanlarını kaçırmayı es geçmemiş oluyorsunuz. Dolayısıyla şansınız her zaman diğerlerinden daha yüksek oluyor. Ve bunun karşılığında bakın, altını bir kez daha çiziyorum. Net olarak söylüyorum. Bu üniversitelere, bu okullara müracaatlarınızda ATEC olarak 17 yıldır, 17 yılımız bitti, 18. yılımıza girdik. Daha bir kuruş ücret almadık. Kimse de aldığımızı savunamaz. Bu üniversitelerin hepsine danışmanlığımız ücretsizdir. Hiçbir zaman da ücret almayız. Müracaatınızı yaparsanız, gitmeseniz bile sizden yine ücret almıyoruz ki birçok öğrencimiz müracaatını yapıyor. Sonradan ailevi sebeplerden, ekonomik sebeplerden dolayı iptal edebiliyor. Dolayısıyla yine de 5 kuruş para almıyoruz. Hizmetimizi veriyoruz. Gidenler gidiyor, gitmeyenler ise burada eğitimlerine devam etmeye çalışıyor. I want to ask another question about the IELTS requirement because of this COVID-19, many schools dropped their entry requirement for IELTS. Do you have any updates with that?
Yes, so currently our pre-sessional English programs, they have been confirmed to be done online. So there will be online pre-sessional programs, because obviously they typically start around June, July time, and it doesn't look like, the travel restrictions, anything like that will be lifted by then, which means students do not need to have a visa, and it means that we can accept other English language certificates. So if you've taken a non-UKVI IELTS, will be able to accept that. If you've taken a TOEFL test or anything else, we'll be able to look into that. When it comes to actual academic programs, so the ones that we mentioned, like Foundation, Year 1, we do want to ensure that students are still able to study with us. So we are working very hard on, enabling students to start their studies still in September. If it happens and students, are not able to travel, we will be looking into online programs too. So please do not worry if you are thinking of applying. Even if you're not able to travel, we will make sure that you're still able to start your studies with us. We are really closely monitoring the situation to see what will happen. But if the travel restrictions have been lifted and everything is fine, because of visa requirements, unless the UK Visas and Immigration change the requirements, you'd still be expected to take a UKVI IELTS test.
Yeah.
But watch this space, and we update our partners like Mr. Ali on a regular basis. So if you ever have any questions, please come to him and he can advise you exactly what's happening.
Okay, Diana, it was lovely chat. It was lovely information we got from you. It was very good. Thank you very much for your attendance, and happy Easter. And thank you for supporting us. What would you like to say our followers, finally?
Teşekkürler. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope this was very useful. And hopefully in the near future, we will, I'll be able to meet some of you. Görüşürüz.
Thank you very much. Say goodbye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.